Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your friend Vishal Thakkar back with a new topic of discussion. Well, friends, it is very important to make budget in life. Whether we as individuals or families or as companies, budgets are very, very critical. So in a company, we were discussing that let's make budgets. So somebody said, hey, let's start, we have so much money into the bank. So with that money, what we'll do is we'll buy so much material and we'll need so much money for other expenses. So first budget that they made was cash budget. And then from that cash budget, they derived what you called as purchase budget. From the purchase budget, they made manufacturing budget, stating that if this much raw material I can purchase with whatever cash I have, then from that much raw material I can only make that many finished products. So based on the manufacturing budget, then they prepared sales budget. They said that, hey, if I can purchase so much raw material, this so much raw material will in turn produce so much of finished goods, and only these many finished goods is something which I can sell in the market. And then based on that sales budget, each salesman was given a target and they went out to sell in the market. When they evaluated, they found that people did not get enough of finished goods during the year and they lost so many customers to the competitor. On review, they found out that they had only manufactured enough material which would last them to sell for 11 months. 1 full month of the entire enterprise went waste. So budgets can tell you so many things. But tell me, ladies and gentlemen, is this the most appropriate way of budgeting? Well, certainly not. Where these guys went wrong? Well, they went wrong 180 degrees. The first budget that any company must prepare is the sales budget. Based on the projected demand, they need to first find out how many products or units would they be able to sell in the next year. From there, they will have to evaluate what is their current opening stock. What would they desire to have as their closing stock? So to reduce from your total sales budget, reduce the opening stock, add the closing stock to arrive at manufacturing budget or production budget. So you will come to know how many units you will have to make. Once you know how many units you have to make, again, you subtract your opening stock of raw material, add your closing stock of raw material to arrive at your purchase budget. Once you have your purchase budget, you would know how many corresponding other expenses you will require to be done for factory, for admin, for sales, for distribution, and that will give you your expense budget. Also, now since you know how many units of raw material you have to purchase and what are your other expenses, will tell you what is the net cash requirement for the next year. And once you have the net cash requirement for the next year, from that you subtract your opening cash balance, you add your closing cash balance to arrive at what we called as cash budget. So once you have the cash budget, you will know where to get the money from. Should we borrow further? Should we ask the owners to chip in more money? Will the vendors give us that much raw material on credit? So this is exactly how budgeting exercise is carried out. You start from sales budget to finally reach at cash budget and not the other way around. And once you have this kind of budget, it gives you a benchmark or a yardstick to compare as to what is your actual performance versus your budgeted performance in the coming year. I hope you've understood what budgeting is, and keep watching our videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Finance Tube. We all know that people from non-finance background struggle to manage their finances. They hit the reality when they get their first paycheck, and from then on, they are all by themselves to manage their money on their own for lifetime. It's like asking you to fly a plane without any formal training. It's very risky. So our endeavor through our books, our videos and all other mediums is to educate you financially so that you don't outsource managing your own finances to somebody else and suffer because of inefficiencies of other people. One of the best sellers and the fourth position on the bestseller list, Finance for Non-Finance. What is this Black Money Act? Why this Black Money Act has got every nook and corner of this country concerned? And what will happen